Have you ever looked out of an airplane window and thought, wait, are the wings supposed to bend that much? Because at 35,000 feet, carrying hundreds of people, those wings can flex up and down by several meters. It looks like they're about to snap. But here's the crazy part. If they didn't bend like that, the plane would be in serious danger. And by the end of this video, you'll see why that scary bending is actually the thing keeping you alive. Let's put this into perspective. A large airplane like a Boeing 777 weighs over 300,000 kilograms when fully loaded. That's like lifting 50 elephants into the sky using just 2 wings. And those wings aren't just holding weight. They're constantly fighting air forces at speeds over 900 kilometers per hour. That's like sticking your hand out of a car window. Now imagine that force multiplied thousands of times across a wing the size of a basketball court. Early airplane designers actually tried making wings super stiff, thinking rigid meant strong. But those wings had a problem. They cracked, sometimes even broke mid-flight. So engineers realized something surprising. Instead of resisting the force, maybe the wing should work with it. And that's where flexible wing design was born. Here's the simple idea behind all of this. First, air pushes up on the wings. This is called lift. Second, that force isn't constant. It changes with turbulence, speed, and air pressure. Third, if something rigid faces changing forces, it breaks. But if something flexible faces changing forces, it bends and survives. Think of it like this. A dry stick snaps. A green branch bends. Now, imagine the airplane wing like a giant, slightly flexible ruler. As the plane moves forward, air flows over and under the wing, creating lift that pushes it upward. But that lift isn't smooth. Sometimes it suddenly increases, like hitting a bump in the sky. Now here's the key moment. Instead of resisting that force, the wing bends upward slightly, absorbing the energy. It's basically acting like a shock absorber. Just like your car suspension softens bumps on the road, the wing softens bumps in the air. But here's where it gets interesting. Inside the wing is a structure called a spar, basically a super strong beam. It's designed to be strong enough not to break, but flexible enough to bend. So when force increases, the wing stores that energy by flexing, and when the force decreases, it gently returns to its original shape, almost like it's breathing. But that's not the full story, because this bending doesn't just prevent damage, it actually makes flying more efficient. When wings bend upward, they slightly change shape. This reduces something called drag, the force that tries to slow the plane down. Less drag means better fuel efficiency. So that bend you see, it's not just for safety, it's saving airlines millions in fuel. And this is the part nobody talks about. Airplane wings are tested way beyond what you see in real life. Before any plane is approved, engineers literally push the wings until they bend insanely far, sometimes over 150% of their normal limit. They look like they're about to snap, but they don't, because they're designed with a safety margin far beyond real flight conditions. Most people don't know this. During extreme turbulence, wing bending actually reduces stress on the entire aircraft body. And here's another crazy fact. Modern wings are so flexible that pilots expect them to move. It's part of normal flight behavior. So next time you're sitting by the window during turbulence and you see the wings flexing up and down, that's not a sign something's wrong. That's the plane doing exactly what it was engineered to do, absorbing energy, staying stable, and keeping everything under control. So, in a weird way, a perfectly rigid wing would actually be dangerous, but a flexible wing? That's what allows airplanes to survive constant changing forces at insane speeds and heights. What looks like weakness is actually one of the strongest features of the entire aircraft. And if you think that's surprising, wait until you see why airplane windows have a tiny hole in them, because that tiny detail solves a problem you'd never expect.